Joining us now, former 9-term California Democratic Congresswoman Jane Harman. She's the former chair of the Commission on the National Defense Strategy Committee, and it is a pleasure to have you this morning. So we have these new sanctions on members of the Maduro family, also on 6 more oil tankers. The U.S. reportedly preparing to seize more ships. How much do these moves raise the stakes in your eyes?
Well, I think they raise the stakes, but my head is spinning about yet another different tactic. I thought we were bombing boats in the high seas. I guess the legal issues that are now mounting up has dissuaded Trump from doing more of that. So now we're doing something that will hit Venezuela's economy. I get it, but I thought Trump was not for regime change. Who is for an oil trade that funds narco-terrorism? But I thought we were against fentanyl imports into the U.S., and they go through Mexico. They don't go this way. I also thought we liked Vladimir Putin, who allegedly has helped draft a peace plan, so-called peace plan, where he wins and Ukraine loses. And so none of this conversation about oil, a lot of which could enrich Russia, are we hearing? So what is the strategy here? And isn't this yet another diversion from the fact that Republican members of Congress are moving away from Donald Trump because he is not talking about the issues that affect their constituents, and they're now polling for their reelection in 2026, and the poll numbers look dismal.
Well, let's dive into the intention here based on what we know, based on what we're seeing playing out, because you are not the only one with these questions, as you well know. You know, this is obviously, or it feels like at least, a very calculated, specific operation. The Department of War began with these strikes, alleging they were targeting narco-terrorists, as you said, but now this is all shifted to seizing an oil tanker with plans to take more. So the stated intent to start was stopping the flow of drugs. With this recent activity, many are saying this is a clear effort at regime change. Do you agree?
Well, it looks like it and smells like it. No one has said that. But even Laura Loomer doesn't get what we're doing there. She's talking about fentanyl imports into the U.S., which should be stopped any way we can. And by the way, a lot of the precursors come from China. That's someplace we should be focusing. We have a off-again, on-again friendship with China. I'm for a multi-layered approach to China, but we're not seeming to stop fentanyl imports. And that was the first justification for all this action. So, yeah, I mean, Maduro is someone Trump seriously dislikes. And the first excuse was the drugs. And then he pardoned the convicted former president of the neighboring country, who was much bigger drug dealer than any of the drugs we're picking up in the high seas. So yeah, I'd say it's sort of smelling like regime change. But he's against that. He gave a big speech about sovereignty and said nations should make their own decisions. And so far as I know, I'm not sure why only Venezuela, even headed by a terrible guy, is the top target.
Well, and there are a lot of questions about what would regime change mean for us here in the U.S. So there are so many factors to consider. I wish we had more time. Former Congresswoman Jane Harman, thank you very much for sharing your thoughts with us this morning.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.